in the Middle East. For decades, Ayatollah Khamenei ruled through repression, violence and fear. Under his rule, Iranians lived under a system that silenced dissent and crushed basic freedoms. Earlier this year, hundreds of thousands of young Iranians took to the streets to demand a better future. They were met with brutal repression. More than 17,000 young men and women were killed as the regime clung to power. But the crimes of this regime go back decades. It imprisoned and tortured its own citizens. It sponsored terrorism across the region and even on European soil. And it provided crucial support to Russia's brutal war against Ukraine. There should be no tears shed for such a regime. Many Iranians have celebrated Khamenei's downfall. They hope that this moment can open a path towards a free Iran. That is what the Iranian people deserve: freedom, dignity, and the right to decide their own future. But allow me to make one important point. Seeing the world as it is in no way diminishes our determination to fight for the world as we want it. The European Union was founded as a peace project. Our unwavering commitment to the pursuit of peace, to the principles of the UN Charter, and to international law are as central today as they were at our creation, and we will always uphold these principles. Honourable Members, Europe's first responsibility is to protect our citizens and to prepare for the impacts of this conflict. And, Deputy Minister, dear Marilena, I want also to be very clear. All of us stand here in full solidarity with Cyprus. Your security is our security. Honourable Members, we are also seeing the impact of the situation in the Middle East on energy. Thanks to the actions we have taken in the recent years, Europe is now far less exposed to fossil fuels imports. Our diversification efforts are paying off, but this does not mean that we are immune to price shocks. Energy markets are global. Disruptions in the Gulf quickly affect prices everywhere. We are already seeing price spikes, and this is why the G7 energy ministers met yesterday, to be followed by a video call by G7 leaders. But no matter what we do in terms of measures, as long as we import a significant share of fossil fuels from unstable regions, we are vulnerable and we are dependent. And this energy always comes at a cost. I want to give you just an example. Since the beginning of this conflict, gas prices have risen by 50% and oil prices have risen by 27%. If you translate this in euros, the 10 days of war have already cost European taxpayers an additional 3 billion euros in fossil fuel imports, additional. That is the price of our dependence.